welcome to Just Jesus with me, Charissa. I hope you're going to hear Jesus speak to you this morning, because sometimes when there's things that are going on in our lives, things that are going on in the world, we need God to make it right. But before God can make it right, we need to be made right with Him. We need to be reconciled with Him. There's stuff, there's problems, there's issues within us that are like out of kilter. There's no peace. It's like there's a storm inside because it's not been made right. And sometimes it's hard for us to get our heads around how that's made right. And you know, there's sometimes things in the world, there's other people who need to be made right with God as well. And I'm looking at a verse in 1 Timothy 2 today, and it says, "For there is only one God and one mediator who can reconcile God and humanity, the man Christ Jesus. He gave his life to purchase freedom for everyone." This is the message God gave to the world at just the right time. Now, there's a lot of stuff that I could talk about in that verse, but what I wanted to talk about is how we're made right with God, and when we're made right with God, what happens. So, being made right with God is basically recognizing that where is God? Where is God in your life? If you can't answer that question, then the chances are that you haven't got that closeness with Him, that there's something not right between you and God. You know, like two friends that have fallen out, and one friend has like no clue what's going on, and the other friend is like, wow, they've done this massive thing against me. They need to be reconciled. There's something not right going on and they need to sort it out. Well, it's a bit like that, but on a huge scale with God and humanity. When we started to sin, when He first made us as humans, things just did not go right. It went wrong, and disease and sin and war and murder and all these atrocities came into the world. Abuse, paedophiles, all this horrible stuff, including all the stuff we do, lying and stealing and cheating and just not being nice, losing our rag, getting angry, being gossipy, bitchy, all that kind of stuff. And all of this stuff, being selfish, all of that stuff creates like a residue of sin, a residue of sticky ickiness that is just not nice. And people, when they encounter that, it's like you're leaving them with a little bit of that sticky. And if you are, you know, a heinous criminal, then the sticky that you're leaving behind is like really bad. But if you are just simply selfish or just not very nice and you're critical all the time, that's going to leave a residue as well. But Jesus came as the mediator. He came to reconcile all of that, because God can't come near us. God can't draw close to us whilst we are covered in this stuff. He comes close, but we can't even see it. We don't even recognize it because all this stuff gets in the way. And Jesus came when He died on the cross. He dealt with all the stickiness. He dealt with all the sin, all the ickiness, so that if we believe in Him and if we trust Him, He can make us right with God. And that's what it says here. He gave His life to purchase freedom for everyone. And not only are we free from all the stickiness that we have, we're actually free from all the stickiness and all the horrible stuff people have done to us. So if you are going through a tough time, if you have got stuff in your life that you need setting free from, you've got to realise that it's Jesus that's going to do that. Only Jesus can set you free. And if you don't feel right with God, if you feel like there's some damage in that relationship there, it's only Jesus who can make you right with God. So I just want to encourage you this morning, whether you feel like you're not quite right with God and you want to strengthen that relationship, you want to get to know him, you want to be close to him, you don't want there to be anything in between, ask Jesus in your life. Ask him to take away the sin. Ask him to take away all that residue. And then you'll be made right with God. And then ask him to take away the stuff that affects you so that you can be set free. Thanks for listening. See you next time.
If you want to watch any more videos like this one, then please just subscribe or follow us. And if you want to know any more about Jesus, or you want to get in touch with us about anything, then please go to our website, makejesusknown.com.